What's the difference between a devotee who's making steady progress, perhaps even rapid steady progress, and one who isn't? It's really, really simple. We all have the same goal, which is to love Krishna, serve our spiritual masters, spread Krishna consciousness. So why is one moving faster than another? Well, we should be asking that question. This is something we should be contemplating. And one answer is the one who is moving faster is willing to do what is necessary to move faster, is willing to give up what is inhibiting that progress, or at least willing to do more, to do the difficult stuff, and willing to let go of more. That's really fundamentally the difference, because we have the same goal and we have the same instruction. We know what to do, but the one who's moving slow is not always willing to do it. So then the next question is, well, why wouldn't I be willing to do it? And one of the reasons I believe is we're not reading Srila Prabhupada's books, because in Prabhupada's books, he gives you every reason in the universe to be willing and motivated to do that. And so if you're reading that every day, you're getting motivation. And when you get motivation, then it's easier to do what's difficult, do the difficult work. It's easy to give up what we're attached to if it's going to bring us closer to Krishna. It's actually quite simple. And so now you could ask yourself this question, okay, I'm not willing to do this, but if I did, it would help me. And so that thing I'm not willing to do is now inhibiting or blocking or in some way handicapping or even harming my relationship with Krishna. So am I so lazy or disoriented that I would allow that thing that I think is difficult to do, to allow myself not to do it and accept the consequence that that's harming in some way my relationship with Krishna? When put in that context, it's easier to say, oh, that doesn't make sense, I shouldn't do that, right? Or maybe it's easier to look at it, here is something, look at it this way, here is something that I should give up because it's getting in the way of my relationship with Krishna. Now I look at that thing and I say, what's more important, doing this thing or my relationship with Krishna? Well, that's easy to answer, at least objectively. My relationship with Krishna is more important. Of course, we may be attached to this thing, but at least if you can stand back, be objective, and just ask that question, that can help you. So it's really important that as devotees, we stand back, we ask these questions. We are introspective. Okay, if I want to go forward, how am I going to get around this obstacle? Or in the first place, what is the obstacle? Because sometimes we don't even look at the obstacle. Sometimes we don't even think about these things. And if we don't think about these things, then these things become problems for us. So a devotee is thoughtful, devotee is introspective, a devotee is willing to look at his life and his progress in Krishna consciousness, stand back objectively, analyze it, and when we do that, it becomes much easier to move forward.